Hi, everybody, from the Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium here on the campus of Owen County High School in Owenton, Kentucky, where tonight the Owen County Rebels play their first and only home game of the 2023 portion of their schedule as they open up district play against the Henry County Wildcats. Good evening, I'm Brian Blair, joined alongside Lake Baston as we are sitting up here high atop the gymnasium. We've got a couple of interviews coming up for you here in just a couple of minutes. But Lake, when you look at this game, it's the first night of district play, and it is very important to come out on night one of the districts and get a win.
Yeah, just like the girls last night, that was a big win for them just to get their district streak going. And we're going to see what these boys can do.
Owen County comes in on the season 1 and 2. They lost the other night on the road at Collins, 56-46. That game was on Tuesday, and Henry County lost the other night as well. We're going to go down right now to Madison Wright. She is going to be joined by Henry County head coach Derek Tingle in his second year. Madison, take it away.
Right, your sideline reporter, and tonight I'm here with Coach Tingle from Henry County. This is the first game that we're playing within a 31st district season. So, Coach, tell me how you're feeling about tonight's matchup.
We feel really good. I mean, Owen County is a really good team. This is always a competitive game every year, one that we always look forward to. I think both teams mark that one on the calendar, and it'll be competitive. It'll be a fun one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Madison. Coach Tingle in his second year. Right now, the Wildcats are 2-2 in the season. As I said, they won the other night as they knocked off Henry County they knocked off Highlands Latin 63-59. Their two wins this year have come against Thomas Nelson and Highlands Latin. Their two losses, one to Anderson County and the other to Nicholas County. As I said, the Rebels are 1-2 on the season. They have defeated Bourbon County for their only win so far this year. That was last weekend, and then they lost the opener to Western Hills and at Collins. Earlier tonight, the JV team knocked off the Henry County Wildcats in a win. I think we're trying to get Coach Duvall to come over to talk to Madison. And he is making his way over there. He is with her, and
hello, now we're here with Coach Duvall. Coach, tell me how you're feeling about this game in the 31st district tonight.
Well, it's good to be home. This is our first home game, and obviously our first 31st district game against one of our biggest rivals. So we're looking forward to it.
Oh yes, thank you.
Coach Duvall talking there to Madison Wright about tonight's contest. And as he said, it is the first one in district play, and it is the only one at home until after the calendar flips over to 2024. The Rebels are going to be playing next week. They're going to be on the road taking on Gallatin and Carroll. And then, like as I said, they will not be back in this gymnasium after tonight until January the 9th when they host Eminence. Taking a look at the Henry County Wildcats a little bit tonight, one of the guys we're going to be talking about a lot as this game goes on is their freshman. He's going to be wearing number 24 tonight, and his name is Baylor Nolan. He is averaging 18.8 points a game, 5.2 rebounds. As an 8th grader, he scored 354 points. He had 3 points as a 7th grader. So he is a kid who can fill it up, and he's a young man that Owen County is going to have to try to stop tonight for Henry County. On the flip side, it's been a good start so far for Brax Ward and Micah Shelton. They've had a good start for this team, but I think one of the things we're going to have to see tonight, and I think Coach Duvall is going to have to try to work with, Lake, is trying to get other guys involved. In the game the other night, Owen County only had 4 players score overall, and they really need to find someone else that they can go to and feel like they can help take some of the load off Mike and Brax. And maybe that's Malachi Medford, who's played well as well. But they're going to need to find a couple other people to help fill those roles.
Yeah, for sure. Especially losing a big player like Tegan Morlash from last year. They really need someone else that can score. Just give them the ball and they can get a quick bucket. And like you said, they're still searching for that. So we'll see if they can figure that out tonight.
Yeah, I think Malachi Moore is a guy who possibly could do that for them. I think as you look at this roster, Ashton Moore, potentially a guy who could possibly do that as well. He's averaging 11 points so far this season. But right now, like I said, it's been Braxworth, 20 points a game so far, 8.5 rebounds. Micah Shelton, 15 points a game and 4.5 rebounds. As you look at Henry County, as I already said, Baylor Nolan, a young man that they're going to have to try to stop tonight, along with their senior number 5, Quentin Hardy. He comes in tonight averaging 12.8 points and 6 rebounds a game for Henry County. Henry County 3-26 a year ago, and so far they are 2-2. When you look at the overall series, Owen County leads the series, and this only goes back to 1998. These two teams have been playing a long time together against each other, but since 1998, Owen County leads the series 37-25. The last time Henry County won was back on March 19th of 2021, as they won 53-51 in the 31st district final. And it's one of those times when you look at this district, Lake, and you think about teams like Gallatin and Carroll and Henry and Eminence and all these teams, you know, the records on the KHSAA website only go back to 98. But these teams in this district have been playing each other for a very long time, and it is a very rich history when it comes to this 31st district.
Yeah, they're definitely super entertaining games to watch just because of the rivalries and because they do go so far back. These kids' parents played them too.
Oh.
And it's kind of cool to see that.
Give a little shout out to my mom tonight who might be watching, but my mother is a graduate of Owen County, of Grant County High School. And she talks about, I won't tell you exactly how long ago she graduated, but it's been a while. But she talks about coming over to the old Owen County gym and watching Owen County and Grant County, who will play tomorrow night, but you know, going over to Henry County and watching 8th region tournament games back in the 60s and 70s. And so, you know, I talk about these records, and it would be interesting, and I don't know who has them. And if somebody does, please let me know. But it goes back a long time for these two teams to really see how long they've been playing and to look at the records, because they have to be fascinating when you go back and look at them. But we've got a good one scheduled for you tonight. We'll run down the starting lineups here in a few minutes. Let me do this before we go very far. I want to give you guys just an opportunity. A lot of people help us get these games on the air, so I want to take just a moment and look at our corporate sponsors tonight for this contest. First of all, Adidas, Ashcraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, the Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, the Commonwealth Credit Union, Double D Dumpsters, the Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards and Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, the Grown Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Me Viejo, Owen Electric, Harry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and UK Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank you for your continued support of Owen County Athletics. If you are in and around the community doing any business with these sponsors, let them know you watch these games, and let them know you appreciate the support that they give to Owen County Athletics. Of course, coming up at halftime, we are going to have our world famous halftime challenge. That is always fun. And then tonight, we are also going to be, every time Owen County makes a three-pointer this year, German American Bank is the sponsor of that, and they will donate $10 for every Lady Rebels and Running Rebels three-point basketball, three-point shot made here at home. Again, thank you to German American Bank for their support of Owen County Athletics.
I think this is definitely going to be a pretty entertaining game all around. They're both pretty good teams. Like I said earlier, big rivalry. So,
what's it like? And you kind of have this, you know, obviously in football playing rivals. And what's that like as a player? I mean, how much different is a rivalry game as opposed to? I mean, they're all big games, they're all important, but how much different is the feeling day of, pregame, when you get ready to play a rival?
It's really just the energy. Like, when you go in, you know you want to beat the heck out of them because it is your rival. Like, whenever we played Gallatin County, we were all so pumped up for that game. And I think that changes a lot, too. And you go in a team that you don't play that much compared to someone that you see every year.
Yeah.
And you want to beat the brakes off of them.
And how many, and you talked about it, I mean, these guys, you know, who knows, and it'd be, again, the history of it would be amazing to really go back and look at. But when you think about playing guys, I mean, you know those guys from Gallatin. I mean, these guys know these guys from Henry. You may have played ball with them, summer ball, you know, all these different kind of things. It is, and obviously you said that the energy is different, but it's got to be a little bit weird, too, playing against people you know, as in just going up against somebody you have no idea who they are. I mean, the bragging
100%.
rights.
Yeah, like, I used to live in Gallatin, so that's a lot, too. So I know pretty much everyone from that school that you see out here playing ball. And I play golf with a bunch of them, too, like Jonah Brinker. Me and him have spent long days on the golf course. And not that I don't love the kid, but I want to see our team beat him.
Absolutely. I know. I think, and listen, I'll say this, and my son knows this. I mean, you know, I have some really close friends I've been with, you know, through college and thick and thin with those guys, you know, but we get on a golf course and we may not verbalize it, but we want to, as you said, beat the brakes off each other. And we just do. That's just the competitive nature. But I think it is, you know, it is more fun, and you do get a little more juice when it's a rival. And how do you, let me ask you this, how do you control that emotion and that energy where you don't try to expend too much too early?
I don't know. I feel like when you do have all that energy, it doesn't really matter because you're ready to go the entire game.
Okay.
Like, Aldo, he doesn't stop. And I feel like you get enough breaks in the game because football's not.
Right.
You're running for 30 seconds at the most.
Right.
So.
Speaking of rivalries, tomorrow in Cincinnati, a big rival, and it's the Skyline Chili Crosstown Shootout as the UC Bearcats will head over to the Cintas Center to take on the Xavier Musketeers. I heard this evening that the Bearcats have not won a game at the Cintas Center since 2001. So that's a big game tomorrow if you're a UK fan, and why wouldn't you be? They're on the road tomorrow, playing up in Pennsylvania, playing the Penn Quakers. They got to practice today at the Philadelphia 76ers practice facility. So a cool experience for them. They're going to be taking on the Quakers coming up tomorrow at noon. I believe that game on ESPN too. If you're a Kentucky fan and the weather is going to be nasty tomorrow, rainy and windy and getting cold. So what better, man, to sit down on your couch and eat a sandwich and watch some college basketball and a big Army-Navy football game tomorrow. Always a fun tradition. Tomorrow, the Army-Navy football game going on. I believe that game is at 3 o'clock. So plenty of sports. If you're wanting to travel to northern Kentucky tomorrow, the girls are going to be on the road up at Connor. I believe that game tips around 2 o'clock tomorrow as they take on the Connor Cougars.
I think that'll be a pretty good game, too.
Well, the thing we're going to have to keep an eye on, and I talked to her just for a minute during the pregame, is Zoe Webster. She's down there with her knee wrapped up, and they're trying to get it. They're trying to get it looked at, and hopefully it's nothing serious, and she'll be back. But she is walking around kind of gingerly tonight with that knee wrapped up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But a nice win last night for the Lady Rebels. A little bit of a struggle at first, but got it together in the second half and pulled it out.
Yeah, I talked to Zoe last night after the game. She said she doesn't have a lot of emotion. That's not something you want to hear so early in the season. But the good thing is, it is early in the season, so you'll have enough time to get back in it.
I know she had some ice on it at the end of the day today in the I call it the library still because I'm old, but it's the media center, and so she did have an ice pack. But we'll see. Probably not going to play tomorrow up at Connor, but we'll see. Boys in action tomorrow night down the road, up the road, however you want to look at that, is they're going to be in Dry Ridge taking on Grant County, and that's a heck of a rivalry as well.
It is. And they got a bunch of pretty good players too. You got Ben Bossy, he's a threat from beyond the arc, and then you also got Breeden, he's a beast too. You don't want to mess with him either.
So we're about 4 minutes away from the tip of this game tonight. Of course, Henry County here at the Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium. They're still back in their locker room with their second-year coach, Derek Tingle, going over some last-minute instructions. The Rebels out here on the floor, they are doing their pregame routine, shooting around, getting ready to go, as we are getting ready to go again. I'm Brian Blair, Lake Baston alongside. Happy to have my kids standing next to me. Son home from college. Home from Moorhead. My daughter as well. Don't want to leave her out, although I know she's not watching. It's all right. But if my mom is watching, the kids are home safe from school. So I'll let her know that as a little public service announcement. You know, like, you got to keep your mama happy.
You definitely do.
You do. So take a look at the starting lineups. I don't actually have. We will see the starting lineups. I apologize. I said that, and then I don't actually have them for tonight. But we'll take a look at those. We'll see them with you once that happens. The Owen County Marching Band going to be here tonight playing our national anthem. That'll be coming up here in a couple of minutes as well. Other action going on tonight around the 8th region. Gallatin County, this is boys action. Gallatin County is at Eminence. I have not been to their new gym over there, but I hear it's really, really cool.
It is really nice.
And I'm looking forward to trying to get over there at some point to check that out. Williamstown is up north. They're taking on Holmes tonight up in Covington. Collins is at Shelby County. That should be a pretty good contest tonight. And then North Oldham is up in Independence taking on Simon Kenton. So we'll give you a rundown on what's coming up next week. As we said, this is going to be the only chance we get to see the boys here until 2024, as they're going to play the rest of their 2023 schedule on the road. The girls as well. They're done here at home also, as they're not going to be back home until after the new year. And I believe their first game may be against Eminence as well. I will have to check that. I'm not 100% sure. So guys look pretty loose up here, just kind of watching them shoot around.
That's what I was just thinking too. You know, maybe that scorer might be Ethan too. I think he's improved his game a lot. So I think it definitely needs to be him or Malachi.
Well, the one thing that hasn't really been an issue so far, just looking back through the stats, is there hasn't been a lot of foul issues. And the one other thing you can, just running down the stat sheets, the stats for the season so far, is Owen County hasn't really done a ton from beyond the three-point range. They have gotten, it seems like, most of their scoring from in the paint, which with a guy like Brax Ward and Micah who can get in the lane, that's not surprising. But you wonder if there's going to be a night, and who knows, maybe it's tonight, where they're going to have to be a little more consistent from three-point range. We will have to see as the two teams are making their way over to their respective benches. We are about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups and the national anthem. Happy you have decided to join us tonight. I should know this, but I don't. Do people have a chance to email in on this or comment?
Yeah, you can comment on the YouTube.
Okay, so if you are out there, have a comment. As long as it's nice and complimentary, please send it. If it's not, don't. All right, we're going to pause. Well, I thought we were. We are going to pause as we are ready for the introductions and the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Floyd E. Gritton Gymnasium here at Owen County High School for tonight's 31st district matchup between Henry County Bobcats and your Owen County Running Rebels. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court for this special presentation. On November the 28th, during the Rebels season opener against the Western Hills Wolverines, senior Brax Ward reached a career milestone. In the fourth quarter, Brax scored his 1,000th point. Ladies and gentlemen, Rebels Nation, please stand as Coach Devin Duvall presents Brax with the game ball on November 28th. Congratulations, Brax. Please stand as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem, performed by our high school band.
We'll keep it downstairs for the introduction to the lineups.
Now for the starting lineups. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Wildcats of Henry County. Number 3, Light. Number 5, Owen. Number 23, King. Number 24, Owen. And now, the starting lineup for your running Rebels. Number 1, Ashton Moore. Number 3, Micah Shelton. Number 14, Malachi Medford. Number 22, Ethan Young. And number 34, Bryce Ward.
All right, running down the starting lineups once again. First for Henry County, they're going to start number 3, Travion Wright. He's a freshman. Number 5, Quentin Hardy, a senior, will get the call. And then it'll be sophomore Drew Cole, number 22. Jordan King, a senior, number 23. And then the freshman, Baylor Nolan, number 24. For Owen County, it's going to be Ashton Moore, a senior Micah Shelton, junior Malachi Mefford, and seniors Ethan Young and Brax Ward. We're about ready to go. Buckle up, have a seat. Let's get ready to play some basketball. Brax Ward controls the tip, and the Rebels have the ball as Henry County puts a little pressure on early. It's like a little zone press right now. Let's see what the Rebels can do with it. Should be able to try to get the ball inside. We're going to get a quick foul.
Looks like that'll be on Drew Cole, number 22.
This is first and the team's first. Just a little aggressive with the defense. Henry County not very deep. That could be something to keep an eye on. Them getting into foul trouble, and we're going to get a foul. Is that away from the ball? Or is that Cole again? Oh, wow. And that is his second.
Yeah, it's a little early for that.
So we played 22 seconds, and number 22 has 2 fouls. I'd go right in there. I'd try to get the ball inside and maybe try to get the third as quickly as you can. Mefford with the shot fake. Shelton drives, kicks. Here's a 3. That is going to be too strong. Nice rebound. Ethan Young. He came flying in there.
He did. Just like football, he is not afraid to be physical. He's probably one of the most physical players out there.
Oh, good. Good look, just maybe the pass a tad late, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Owen County as he was trying to get it Youngwoods down inside to Mefford. So the Rebels will inbound. They've had the ball for the entire first 57 seconds of this quarter. Shelton drives in, lays it up, good. Nice move. Rebels on the board, 2-0. So the Rebels seriously had the ball for a minute of game action before Henry County ever touches it. That's time of possession. You think about that in football. It's Travion White. He gets it out to Baylor Nolan. He's going to pull up early from 3, and he knocks it down. That's not what you like to see when their leading scorer hits his first shot.
You're 100% right. That's never a good thing to see.
You don't want their top scorer to get into a rhythm early. Ward driving in, trying to get that third foul. He can't, and he misses the shot, and the rebound is controlled by Blake Nation. Travion White.
You know, especially having Drew on Brax. Brax is one of the players that's going to get the paint and probably going to get a lot of fouls. So it's not a good way to start the game.
No, Drew,
especially when you're guarding Brax.
And Drew Cole with a nice little move and a nice pass, and he gets the bucket. You're right, and I think you'd like to see them take advantage of that as Medford puts up a 3 and misses. You've got to put some pressure, I would think, on Drew Cole to try to guard. There's another 3. That one's too strong, and the rebound's controlled by Ethan Young. So Henry County's come out firing early. And that's a jump ball. Baylor Nolan just stuck his nose in there and got the ball, got his hands on the ball, and tied up Malachi Mefford. I always like watching Coach Duvall. He's got these little subtle motions. He doesn't say a lot to the refs, but you can tell he's saying a lot without ever saying anything, if that makes sense. It's a tough drive to the basket and a missed shot. We're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on Ashton Moore, his first. Henry County, very aggressive coming out here early.
Especially with that press. That's something that we saw from SK against the girls, and it definitely hurt the girls. So we'll see if the boys can not let it hurt the boys, too.
So 6-2, Henry County on top, pending the second free throw here. And that one's no good, and Ethan Young, another big rebound right there. He went up high to get that one. Rebels down 4 with the basketball. Here goes Shelton, left-hand layup is no good. Tough rebound, Ethan Young missed it. And Henry County comes out of there. Ethan with a nice, strong rebound, just couldn't finish. And there's a drive to the bucket, and we're going to get a foul on the floors. That was Nolan going to work. Missed who the foul was on. They don't put it up on the scoreboard. Who'd they get? Did you catch that one?
I don't know.
I'm not putting it up on the scoreboard, but again, an aggressive drive from Henry County. I think they realize that Owen County's not real deep either. And that's a travel, and he knew it. Quentin Hardy knew it.
The student section's going to let him know about it, too.
Yes, they are. Still 6-2. We're 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Rebels down by 4. Here's a look down low to Ward. Missed the short one. Rebound controlled by Jordan King. So Owen County's had 3 or 4 looks right at the basket, and they haven't been able to get him to go in.
I mean, those are the looks you want to have. You just got to make them.
Yeah, you're getting the ball right where you want to get it. And you have to hope that at some point those just start going in.
It's still pretty early, and probably getting a little warm still, but.
Here's a pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Ward, and a foul. And I think they're going to get Jordan King with that one. They did, and that's his first. Good rebound again by Brax. He and Ethan Young, the last couple rebounds, have done what you're taught to do, and that's go up and get the ball at its highest point. And Brax that time was able to draw the foul. Again, some light pressure, some token pressure. Shelton will get it across the timeline. Rebels haven't scored here in about 3 minutes. Shelton trying to stop that as he drives hard. A lot of contact. No call, and Henry County's coming the other way. They're letting him play.
They are.
And we're going to get a carry. That is a call you don't see very much at any level, is that carry. To me, it's like holding in football. They do it every time. It's just a matter of whether the official wants to call it. But that time the official, and maybe that was a little bit of a makeup for not having a foul down here.
It was a pretty bad carry, though. He took his hand straight under the ball.
Shelton again with a miss right at the bucket in the lane.
Yeah, they're definitely letting him play physical tonight.
Moore drops it off to Ward. He lays it up and in. That was a great play because it looked like Ashton Moore wanted to shoot that and realized at the last minute he had Brax, and Brax finished that one. 6-4. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. As King trying to cut to the basket. Henry County couldn't find him, and now we're going to get an illegal screen as Travion Wright tried to set a screen for his man Nolan, and he gets called for the foul, and that's his first and the fourth on Henry. In the new rule, 5 fouls each quarter. After the 5th foul, we'll see Owen County shoot 2. So the Rebels have committed a couple of fouls, and the Wildcats 4. Ashton Moore across the timeline. Owen County yet to sub in this game. Here's Medford, 3. Good, he knocks it down. Malachi Medford knocks that in, and that's another German-American Bank 3-point basket for Malachi Medford. And that's Malachi's first of the contest. Again, thanks to German-American Bank for their support of Owen County athletics.
He's a lot like Kylie Steffen, and I feel like in the game. Don't let him shoot. And if he starts getting high, you can't stop him.
Yeah, he is. And I think he would probably admit this. He's a streaky shooter. It's a nice, tough move into the lane. Missed. Rebound put back up and in. That's Blake Nation, who just checked into the game. He now has 2, and it's 8-7. Henry County by point. Trying to get it to Warden. They are all over him down there in the paint. Oh, Medford wanted to shoot that. Shelton kicks it out to Medford. He will shoot that one, and that one's no good. Rebound comes down to Henry County. I went off to the side a little bit when he let it go. I got to admit, I thought that was going in again.
I agree.
He was in motion.
Really good, yeah.
He had his feet set.
I think he just got a little bit too quick with it.
Nice cut. Trying to spin is Nolan, and he traveled. Yes, he did. Good defense that time from Micah Shelton. Nolan made his first bucket. Hasn't scored since. Henry County still leads it with a minute to go. 8-7 here in the first quarter. Ethan Young to Brax Ward, looks down for a cutting Medford. It's not a great pass, and it will be turned over to the Wildcats. 44 seconds left. Henry County, the leather in the lead.
You know, they haven't given Brax a lot of that crazy aggression that you've seen from them in the paint on the arc. And Brax, he's not afraid to shoot it.
Wow. Baylor Nolan with the long 3. And it's 11-7. 20 seconds to go. That's a foul, and that's going to be on Travion White, and Travion Wright. That's his second, and that's going to put Micah Shelton at the line for a couple. I'll tell you what, that was an off-balance looking 3. That was pretty, I have to admit.
No, I was not expecting that at all.
Shelton on the season, he's made 22 of his 30 free throw attempts, and he's there for 2 right now, and he got it. So it's 11-8. Of course, before the game, Owen County honoring Brax Ward, who scored his 1,000th point against Western Hills back on opening night, as Shelton makes the second. Presented the game ball by head coach Devin Duvall, and a nice moment for his fans here at home to acknowledge that awesome accomplishment. 10 seconds to go. Cutting, blocked by Mefford. That looked like a pretty good block.
I 100% agree. I was kind of in the loss of words there.
I mean, I will admit, we're a long way from that play, but he calls a push, and his hands looked like they were straight up, and I'm not sure how you push when your hands are straight up in the air. But the free throw is good by Morgan Wilson. There will be a time tonight when I call him Morgan Wallen. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say Morgan Wallen instead of Morgan Wilson.
There was a girl last night named Morgan Wallen.
Wow.
I got a laugh out of that.
7 seconds. Well, before I knew it was Wallen, I actually did say Morgan Whalen. 5 seconds. Shelton into the lane, and he is fouled, and that should be on the floor, but it won't matter. It's 2 shots either way. Yeah, I didn't know it for a while it was Morgan Wallen. So I did call him Morgan Whalen at first. I'm going to admit, I like his music now, but at the time I just didn't know.
Hopefully there's no fans watching.
Hopefully he's not watching. I'm sorry. Actually, that'd be cool if he was watching.
I don't know how you'd be watching this team in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky.
Hey, maybe he's just a high school basketball fan. Maybe he and Jelly Roll are sitting somewhere and watching the game tonight. Shelton misses that one. Brax Ward tips it up and in. How did he do that? But he just tipped the ball up in the air and it found the bottom of the basket. So what an amazing finish to the first quarter. After he missed 2 or 3 real close ones, he tips one up at the buzzer and it goes in, and that cuts the lead to 13-12 at the end of the first quarter.
You know, I think he thought he was going for that rebound, and then he was like, oh, I do not have any time left at all. So he just kind of went for a little volleyball spike.
Give you a chance here to watch the Owen County cheerleaders.
We haven't seen a lot of flipping from him like last night, but I'm sure we will see it.
That's pretty cool, man. I got to tell you, that young lady I just talked to, I taught 3rd grade before I came to Owen County at a school called Heritage Academy up in Florence, and her name is Elin Loeb. She was one of my very first ever 3rd graders that I taught. She was in my first class. She actually attends Walton Verona High School and is one of the better players on their team, is an excellent player. Owen County will get a chance to see her here in a couple weeks up at Walton. And she's been getting some D1 looks as a freshman from Oregon State and Washington. And so pretty cool to see her. I mean, I taught her what she knows about basketball. No, I'm just kidding. I did not. But great kid, good future. She plays for Walton now. Here's a 3. Mefford, no good. Rebound controlled by Henry County. They lead it 13-12 here at the end of the first quarter, or the start of the second. Is that going to count? Yes, it is. I wasn't sure if they were going to call that on the floor. But Trevion Wright with the drive and the foul.
These refs are a little completely opposite. People on Henry County side's calling a bunch, and the other side isn't getting nothing.
Free throw, no good. So 15-12 as he's not able to convert on the 3-point play. Shelton Turns back into his right side and lays it in. That is a strong move. He goes to that right, then or to his left, and then he spins back to his right.
Yeah, because he's a left-handed player, so they're going to expect him to just stay on his left side.
15-14, Henry leads it, 7:06 to go in the first half.
The student section is not looking as big as they were last night, but it's still good to see them out here.
Owen County quickly the other way after the missed shot. Mefford, Ethan Young. Mefford thought about it, might have gotten away with a travel, but didn't get called. Here's Young for 3 buckets. And that's another German-American 3-point basket for Ethan Young, and that's his first of the night. Again, like to thank our sponsor, German-American Bank, and their continued support as they donated $10 for every 3-pointer made by the Rebels and Lady Rebels. 17-15. Into the lane, Nolan up, no good. Rebound, Owen County. Try to get Ethan another look right here, unless you can get a look like that off the window. And a timeout, Henry County. And I don't know what Coach Duvall said during that changeover between quarters, but it's working.
Yeah, I wonder if they have a little Space Jam special juice, but whatever it was, it got him going.
19-15, Owen County on top by 4. We're about 2 minutes into this second quarter, and we've seen a nice little spurt here by Owen County. As we said, stick around. Coming up at halftime is the world famous halftime challenge. Micah Shelton on the night after that bucket now has 9 points to lead Owen County. And it's Baylor Nolan with 6 to lead the way for Henry County. Henry County basketball, they're down by 4 all of a sudden. They have to be a little shell-shocked. I mean, you look up and they're all of a sudden down by 4. How do they respond after the timeout?
And they've had the lead most of the game. It hasn't been by a lot of points, but they've still had it.
There's a nice little fake and a try and a bucket. Jordan King kind of got Brax Ward a little off balance with the fake, and he makes the bucket, and it's 19-17. Shelton driving, some contact, no good. Ward can't corral the rebound, he said. And it's 19-17. Micah might have gotten hit in the gut as he was holding his midsection there.
Yeah, I feel like we're not getting much calls.
That was a lot of contact. I'm not usually one to say a whole lot about officiating, but there is a lot of contact. And then a shot by Nolan put up no good. And who'd they get? They get Shelton or Ward?
Looks like Micah. No,
they got Brax.
Yeah.
First team foul on Brax Ward, and it's going to send Nolan to the line for 2. Ayla Nolan, the freshman. Played well as an 8th grader. Last year, scored 354 points. Comes in tonight averaging 18.8 points a contest and is a 73% free throw shooter as he makes both. He now has 8, and we are tied at 19. 4:55 to go in the half. Ashton Moore with the basketball.
It's a great pass.
Brax finishes that one at the bucket. A little easier than the one he made at the end of the quarter, but he puts Owen County back up on top by 2. Jordan King with it, top of the circle. Tries to find a cutting player through the lane as that was Morgan Wilson, but it's knocked away and the Rebels are on the attack the other way as Camden Beckham has the basketball. Tries to drive in. Ball on the floor, and Brendan Lewis picks it up. Brendan played well in the JV game, which the Rebels won. Kind of a smaller lineup right now for Owen County, it seems. A little more perimeter oriented.
Yeah, but those are the guys out there that you want to shoot the threes.
Absolutely. And we're going to get a little jump stop travel by Ashton Moore. Coach Duval not liking the call.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
He did jump and stop, which you're allowed to do, but the officials, I guess, said he drugged the pivot foot when he came down. So, never seen too many coaches who get excited about a traveling call against their team.
Yeah.
Nation with the basketball down low, and it's a shot up by Travion Wright, and he misses it, but he's going to the line.
Foul's on number 1, Moore. That's his
Foul's
second.
going to go on Ashton Moore. That's going to be his second.
I think that might have been the right call, though.
Yeah.
A little bit of elbow throwing.
Travion Wright, no good on the free throw. He's now just 1 for 4 tonight from the charity stripe. And in a game you feel like is probably going to be close throughout, these free throws, I don't know, you're only midway through the second quarter, but they're important. As he knocks that one down for his 4th point of the night, and he's 2 for 5 from the line. And it's 21-20. Rebels on top, 3:25 to go.
You know, I think every single one of the boys on the floor were in the girls' student section last night. So that shows how much appreciation they have for their teammates, but kind of like their teammates.
Well, he did travel right there. Yes, it is nice to see when both teams come together to support the other. A lot of the girls' team down there, some of them down there with their, it was ugly Christmas sweater night. We're going to get, what do we got? A foul, an illegal screen. That's going to go against Blake Nation. And that's the second time tonight Henry County's been called for an illegal screen.
Yeah, I know what they're going to be practicing.
So just a tick under 3 minutes to go, 21-20. Rebels with the lead and the basketball. Beckham over to Meffert, back to Beckham. He's open for 3, short, long rebound. Beckham goes and gets it, and then he did. He stepped out of bounds. That is right below our vantage point, and you could see him do it. So a good call right there by the official, and the ball goes back to Henry County. It's a tough break. I mean, you're trying to drive, make a play, and you just barely put a heel down on that line.
Yeah, I think if he was out, his foot was definitely over the line, but
it wasn't by much,
yeah.
But the official right there looking down the line made the call. Top of the circle, Jordan King. We're over to Travion Wright. Henry County patient on this possession. Down low they go, and here's a bucket up and in by Blake Nation as he put that one over top the outstretched arms of Ethan Young. Nice post move that time by Henry County. And they lead it back by 1. Here's that spin back, and the left-handed layup is good by Micah Shelton. Another strong spin back to the right, finished with the left.
Yeah, he's really good at getting low there, too. He just goes right under him, really.
He does. You're right. He absolutely does. It's a pass down low and out of bounds, trying to get it down there to Jordan King. The pass just a little too hot. It's 23-22, a minute 50 to go here in the first half. The Rebels have the slimmest of margins. Ball knocked away back across the midcourt circle, but it's not over and back as the Henry County player touched it. Shelton Ginn spinning, goes back up. Same move from last time, same result. He's having a nice first half. 25-22, Rebels by 3. Ball knocked away, but recovered by Henry County. Step back, 3, short.
I think his shot is just totally unbalanced.
I do. And, that's that influence of Steph Curry. It's that step back, and you see a lot of guys do that, and he's one of the first guys who I think really kind of started that.
Just letting their body fly whenever they pull it.
Mefford, no. Ward to tip in, no, but he's fouled underneath, and I think that's going to be on number 0, Blake Nation, and if it is, that's his second, and it is. So a good positioning there by Brax Ward to be in the right place to try to put that back up and in.
They definitely get some of those younger kids into there too, which I noticed.
Ward's free throw good. He now has 7 points. As a team, Owen County shooting it at 71% from the free throw line. As I said, the one area that they've really struggled this year, and they made a couple tonight as Ward makes the second, is from the three-point range. They are just 9 of 43 on the season from beyond the arch. Good look down low, but Ethan Young gets his hand in there and knocks it away, and the Rebels are pushing it back this way. Here's a 3, Beckham, no, and the rebound's controlled by Henry. And we're gonna get a foul on Camden Beckham, a little reach. Not a bad foul, honestly. I mean, it's one of those where it's only the 4th team foul, and instead of giving up potentially an easy, fast break, you foul, and you make Henry County run a set with 23 seconds to go. So not a bad play. Henry County will try to go for 1 here. I would not be surprised if they didn't. And he's the guy I would think would take it. Nolan backing in, knocked away, but recovered by Wright. And they get it right back to him. 3 seconds, ducks in, steps back, throws it up, no. Closer than what I thought it was going to be when he let it go. And Owen County leads this game 27-22 at halftime. Again, a little late spurt there at the end of the quarter enables the Rebels to extend that lead out to 5. I'm going to ask you your thoughts here on the first half.
I mean, I think, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be a pretty good game, and it has been so far. And they're letting them play, which you like to see it to an extent. There has been a lot of just freeness in the play, I feel like.
I don't care if they let them play it. I don't think any coach would care. I think the only thing the coach ever asks for is consistency.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of
And that's the one thing I think that you might look at here a little bit. And I don't want to complain too much, but it seems like there's been a couple times down on the Owen County end where they've been fouled. But in spite of all that, the Rebels lead it by 5. So I said we're getting set for one of the most exciting things of the night, the world famous halftime challenge. So here's how this is going to work. 2 lucky fans will be chosen to shoot. They're going to have a minute to make a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. If they make all 4 shots in less than that minute, folks, they're going to receive not just anything. Oh, my goodness. They are going to receive. That's why he's a baseball player. They're going to receive free concessions. I think Brody might want to take those glasses off. What do you think?
Or the lights. Well, I don't think the lights are helping either.
I like the confidence, though. He shoots it, steps back, still hasn't made it.
Might be a little too confident. He's not setting his feet.
There we go. He's taking his time. That one, nope.
That might be the worst one he shot, too.
I mean, I'm up here laughing. I don't know that I can do it. We got some trouble down on the other end.
Well, I know they'd be saying the same thing about me. So just a little friendly competition.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so he's got 8 seconds, but I'm not liking his chances unless this goes in, which it does. Okay, so now he has a chance. No way if he does this. Nope, short.
Let's give it up for our
So
loser.
nobody gets free concessions on this night.
One more round, we'll do an alumni.
And we're going to get some alumni down there to do it now.
Cody and Sid.
I ask you this every time. Could you do it?
It's debatable.
Now,
Debatable conversation.
Now, my 20-year-old son standing next to me, he had the chance the other night in the Moorhead State basketball game. He just had one shot of each, right? So he had a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. Made the layup. The free throw was halfway down. The three-pointer bounced around in the half-court shot. You would have won like what, like $1,000 from Reno's Steakhouse down in Moorhead. But he came up short.
40 seconds.
That stinks.
We got a chance on the other end.
Yeah, it looks like a former football player is beating a basketball player right now.
All right, we got both guys with 30 seconds. That's got a chance. Nope, a little too strong. We'll give you our corporate sponsors here in a minute. We gotta see. Oh! No, he thought that was good, too. He had his arms up. He's gonna get time for maybe 2 more shots. That's short. Getting tired. Nope, he's got time for, I think, 1 more each. Got to take your time on this one. Did it go? Nope, and no. So no free food tonight. Hey, can we have their free food?
I don't know.
Let's take a look at our corporate sponsors tonight. Obviously, we want to thank them for their continued support of Owen County Athletics, but we're going to thank Adidas, Ashcraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double D Dumpsters, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, The Growing Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Mi Viejo, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and UK Sports Medicine. Again, thank you for your thank you very much, easy for me to read, for your continued support of Owen County Athletics. And again, if you are out and about in the Owenton area, in the Owen County area, and you see any of these good folks, be sure to tell them that you appreciate their support of allowing these games to be broadcast to you. Taking a look at your scoring totals from the first half. First of all, for the visitors who find themselves down into a 27-22 hole, they were led in that first half by Baylor Nolan. He finishes with 8 points. Blake Nation and Trevion Wright each had 4 points. Morgan Wilson, Drew Cole, and Jordan King each had 2. For Owen County, they were led in that first half by Micah Shelton, who really played an outstanding first half. But he had 13 points to lead the Rebels. Brax Ward with 8, Malachi Mefford and Ethan Young each had 3.
It did take them all a minute to get warmed up, but after they did, they started making them.
I think the thing that you'd like to see, and I think one of the things that if you're Derek Tingle that you're telling your guys right now is you've got to not let Micah Shelton go left. You really do need to try to make him go right, and they just need to do a little better job on the defensive rebounding board, because Owen County's had some second chance opportunities that they have given up, or that they've had tonight, and Brax has been able to finish a couple of those and draw a couple of fouls. But I think that would be the keys. If you're Owen County, I mean, really, you're playing pretty well defensively. I mean, their leading scorer only has 8 points, so you did a pretty good job of limiting him. And honestly, one of the threes he made surprised you and I. And so I think you're doing a nice job against him on the defensive end. So we'll see what happens as both teams will be out here in a couple of minutes. We'll get going again. Taking a look at just the schedule for both the boys and the girls coming up this week. or going into next week for Owen County boys. They're going to be at Grant County tomorrow night. That should be a pretty good game. Get out and check that one out. And they are going to be then at Gallatin County on the 12th. And then on next Friday night, the 15th, they're going to be over in Carrollton, taking on Carroll County. For Henry County, they're going to be in action tomorrow against Kentucky Country Day at home. And then they're going to be at home twice next week as they host Carroll and Eminence. For the girls, the Owen County Lady Rebels, they're going to be up at Connor tomorrow. Monday night, they're going to be at Gallatin. Thursday at Carroll. And then next Saturday, they're going to have a tough task, is they're going to be on the road at Lexington Catholic playing in the Kentucky 2A Section 5 tournament. Nice to have the band with us tonight. The Rebels come back out on the floor. All right, we got 2 minutes. We got Bengals Colts Sunday afternoon in what's going to be a cold and probably windy Paycor Stadium. Who do you like in that one?
Let's go on the Bengals. You have to.
I will say this, and you heard me say this in class on Monday. I did not think they were going to win Monday night.
I didn't either.
I did not think they were going to win. And if you'd asked me Monday afternoon, I would have said, I just don't know. But they played well Monday night on the road at Jacksonville. I think they'd have to be favored coming home and playing Sunday afternoon at home against the Colts. And the crazy thing is, if you're a Bengals fan, they win on Sunday. I mean, they're in the playoff chase right now, but if they win on Sunday, they're really in the playoff chase. And I don't know that anybody would have thought that a couple weeks ago after Joe Burrow went down.
When Joe Burrow went down, everyone thought it was over.
Yeah.
That quarterback's, the backup's definitely playing. He's definitely playing.
AFC, Jake Browning, AFC Player of the Week this week. Was just outstanding on Monday night. He made some great throws. Jamar bailed him out with a couple of pretty good catches, but a team that was extremely confident and is extremely confident going forward. They didn't listen to all the naysayers outside. They've kept it together in that locker room, and they have a chance Sunday to get themselves maybe even in the playoffs with a win. I believe the Colts are 7-5, Bengals are 7-6, so if you beat the Colts, you could leapfrog them in that position. So I'm really hoping for that. I am too. And then you get crazy. They got Minnesota the next week at home, which is another winnable game. You never know.
The other thing I like is when the Steelers lose too.
I do too.
One of my best friends is a big Steelers fan, and then I'm the big Bengals fan. So.
Did you let him hear about it today?
I did. I let him hear about it last night.
Okay. You didn't even wait till today. That's good. All right, about set to go second half. 27-22. Rebels have the basketball. Rebels have the lead. Henry County will have the basketball as we get ready for play. Brian Blair and Lake Baston, happy to have you with us tonight, and hope you're enjoying this telecast of Owen County, Henry County 31st District action. Here we go, second half. Three on the way, no. Rebound out of bounds. That should stay here, and it will. Good call by the official. But Baylor Nolan wasted no time getting up a long three to try to start this second half.
This shot's interesting, that's for sure.
That was probably one of the better ones he's taken tonight, where he actually had his feet set. Wildcats down by 5. Good pressure up top there by Moore. Jordan King with it. Trevion Wright, an open look, and he knocks it down. 27-25, 30 seconds in. It's a 2-point Owen County lead. Effort trying to find Shelton cutting. Shelton free throw line jumper with the left hand, no good. Ward fights for the rebound. He goes back up and scores.
2-point basket, Moore.
That's just hard work and effort down there on the glass.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter, though.
That little right-hand hook shot. I don't know why more guys don't shoot a hook shot like that. I mean, it's really difficult to defend.
It's my go-to move.
Gonna get a foul. It's a tough call. That's going to be on Ethan Young. And the reason I say that's a tough call is the ball's loose. You've got some guys going after it. That's one where I don't know how you call anything.
And there was a little bit more pressure than, not even pressure, just elbows thrown and keep it grabbing.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going for the basketball.
Ashton Moore's jersey looked like it was about to come off.
Here's a three, good. That one is on the way in by Ashton Moore. And for Ashton Moore, that's his first of the night. And that's another German-American three-point basket as German-American donates $10 for every Rebels and Lady Rebels three-pointer this season. 32-25, Owen County on top by 7. Right, again. 3, got it. He has a pretty good looking stroke. And he all of a sudden has 10 points, and it's 32-28.
He didn't play much of the first half. He came back out and he's going to work.
Nice move. Micah Shelton with a little up and under. And the foul. And again, he was able to get to his left.
Yeah. This is what he does. It's his bread and butter, too.
Foul was on, I believe they said Drew Cole. That's his third as Shelton knocks down the free throw. He now has 16. That was just a pretty play. The lane kind of opened up and he took advantage of it. Nice cut. And a finish that time by Baylor and Owen. That was a good-looking offensive play by Henry County. Great pass. 35-30. Rebels on top. Henry County won't go away. They're hanging in there. Here's a pass down low. Knocked around and controlled by Henry County. And the Wildcats are coming quickly back towards us.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get the ball a lot more to Quinn, which I've noticed. You didn't see that much in the first half.
We were going to get a screen, I believe, on Malachi Mefford. He just kind of stood in the way of Trevion Wright as he was trying to make his way to the basket, and Mefford gets called for the foul. His second foul, team second here in the second half. Twos are Wild. Max Ward nearly had a steal right there. They get it down in the paint. Little left-handed hook shot, no good by Trevion Wright, and Ethan Young another rebound. Ethan Young throws it away, and it's coming back the other way to Henry County. Nice bounce pass in the lane, and Ethan Young with a block, but they're going to get him with the body.
I thought he went pretty straight up.
That was on number 22, Young.
He did. He got him a little bit more with the body. It was a clean block up top. But pretty good defensive play, though. His second. And that's going to send Drew Cole to the line for 2. No good. Henry County came in tonight just making 62% of their free throws. And they have not been great so far tonight. And no good. He missed them both. Rebound, though, controlled by Wright. He puts it up. No good. And they're going to get a foul.
I thought it was a jump ball.
Yes, it is. I apologize. I did not notice I heard the whistle, and I looked away for just a second. So, yes, jump ball possession. Owen County, and then a steal, and then a steal right back. And then another steal. Wright Goes up, no good. Ethan Young, big rebound. Kick out. Shelton thought about it, now goes baseline. Brax Ward, nice spin move and a bucket for the senior.
I think this game's getting a lot more aggressive too.
It is. They're you can kind of tell, and I think you said it during halftime, that maybe both teams are kind of feeling each other out a little bit. But I agree. I think the pace has picked up and both teams being more aggressive. Leaning in, putting up a shot, no good. Baylor Nolan and Ethan Young. He has to have 8 or 9 rebounds so far tonight. And that's a long foul as Baylor Nolan's going to get called for that one on Shelton, a long way from the basket.
Yeah, that was an interesting call. I don't know about that one.
Well, Nolan and Shelton, they're going at it. I mean, aggressively.
Oh, for sure. I think they might be talking a little bit too.
Yes. I think Nolan is talking more than Micah is. That'll come over to Moore, and we're going to get a foul. And that might be the second one on Nolan, as he's going to be called for holding, and Shelton is trying to come out and get that pass.
I think he's a little mad about it too.
He is. I think he's a little flustered about that foul. Ethan Young, lob down low. Brax Ward lays it in. That is just, if they run that and you get the ball quick enough and on time to Brax Ward, that's almost unstoppable. And Henry County calls a timeout as Owen County's opened up a 39-30 lead. Brax Ward already with 6 points in the half, 14 for the game. And they have been able to find him, and he is making some high percentage shots.
Yeah, Brax is one of my favorite players to watch just because he gets them every time.
Well, you know, the thing about him is he's not flashy.
Yeah,
he just does what he does.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a lot of how the bigs play in the NBA too. There's not a lot of them that are trying to do crazy stuff. They just put it in the basket. Be simple with it.
He's kind of that guy, and I'd have to ask him how he feels about me saying this about him, but he's almost one of those lunch pail guys. He just goes in, does what he does, doesn't say much on the floor, plays hard on both ends of the floor.
He's just going to work.
And when you look up at the end of the night, it's 18, 19 points, 8, 9, 10, 11 rebounds, and you're like, man, that kid had a really good game. And, you know, Micah, and I don't mean this in any bad way, Micah's a little flashier, but does things, a little differently than Brax. But it's nice to have those two kind of players on your team. It's nice to have those guys.
They definitely bounce off each other really well, too.
Absolutely. Henry County basketball down 9 as we come out of the timeout. 3:07 to go here in the third.
I feel like that's a lot to do with the position, too, though.
Pass down low. Ethan Young, tough defense, and he forces Nation into a miss, and Owen County the rebound. That was a nice job by Ethan Young to just put his hands up, body up his man, and force the missed shot. I think Shelton wanted to shoot that.
I wish he would have.
I thought he would have. I thought he was. Here's Ward, drives into the lane and scores. Max Ward now with 18 points. 8 of them here in the second half. And he's found a rhythm, and Owen County beginning to pull away a little bit. Nation kicks it out. 3, Hardy, good. Quentin Hardy now with 3 triples here in the second half. And I apologize to him. I said Trevion Wright on a couple of those, and it was actually Quentin Hardy. So he has 9 points here in the third quarter. Beckham thought about it and gets into the lane, drops it off to Shelton. No. Shelton gets it back and scores. He just muscled it up and in over the defenders. And Owen County right now is dominating the paint.
Yeah, this is about what time it happened last night, too. the game totally switched speeds, and Owen County started picking it up.
Well, I don't have a shot chart as there's a ball knocked away and stolen by Owen County. Shelton quickly coming the other way. Moore leans in, puts it up, no, and Henry County comes away with it. I don't have a shot chart, but I think Owen County, that's a careless turnover. I think Owen County is dominating the paint, and I'd love to see how many shots they've had right within 2 or 3 feet of the basket tonight and that they've made. It has to be very good.
And that's where you score.
And when you have the advantage, which I think they realize tonight they have the advantage, you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
10-point game. No reason to shoot a bunch of threes when you can score 3 feet from the basket. There's Ward again. This time no good, and a rebound pulled down by Jordan King. He had a point-blank look that time. It was Mefford with a great pass. There's an off-balance 3 by Baylor Nolan. No good. Malachi Mefford tries to steal the ball and then will have a seat on the Henry County bench. It's our first look at the night at Michael Smith, the freshman. Played well in the JV game earlier tonight. Gets some varsity action as Owen County leads it by 10 with less than a minute to go. Here's a nice pass off the inbound, but a shot no good by Morgan Willis. And Owen County could hold for one, but that's kind of not their mojo. There's too much time left, I would think, for them to go for the last shot, but maybe not, as head coach Devin Duvall calls timeout. Owen County doesn't normally hold the ball 40 seconds. And so it'll be interesting to see with the timeout. You would almost feel like either he's setting up an inbounds play or he's setting up into the quarter shot with the team, with his team up 10. As we said, we won't be back on the air with you again until the first of the year, January 9th, as Owen County boys will be in here hosting, well, it'll be the next boys game. And I will give you, during the next time out, I'll try to look and see when the next girls home game is. I think it's before that, but I will double check that for you, maybe between quarters here. So 32 seconds, 32.7 to be exact. And we'll see what Owen County does, if they go for one shot or if they try to run a quick play up the inbound. And Ashton Moore has it, right back to Shelton, right back to Moore. Shelton will pull that one from 3, short, rebound controlled by Henry County. Malachi Mefford with the baseball pass all the way across the floor, and Shelton, I don't think, had his feet quite set on that one.
It was a really good pass there.
It was. 9 seconds in the lane, shot up, partially blocked, put back up by King, no good, and wow, Shelton got taken down, but it won't matter as the quarter will end, and Owen County's going to lead it 43-33 at the end of the third quarter.
That pass right there took a few things out. I think a phone and a water bottle went flying.
They were letting him go there at the end of the quarter.
They definitely were.
As I said, the girls are in action tomorrow with Connor. And they have some district games coming up next week, as the boys do as well, all on the road. So the girls will be back. They will be here on January the 8th against Eminence. And the boys will be here again January 9th. So after tonight, we will have a break for the holidays. The teams won't, but you and I will.
It's always nice.
Eight days of school left. Now that's actual school days. And you're halfway done with your senior year. Can you believe that?
No.
It's crazy, isn't it?
No, I cannot believe that. I don't really know how to feel about it either.
I will say this, and it's been a long time since I was a senior in high school. It's a weird feeling. I don't know, my son graduated a couple years ago, and he and I have talked about it. It's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone always says live in the moment, and you don't really realize that till now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm excited to go to college in Alaska, but these times right now are still having a blast with it.
Absolutely. There's a drive and a bump by Ethan Young. Trevion Wright sold that a little bit, too. I mean, Young bumped him, but I don't think he bumped him that hard.
I thought he took like 6 steps, too.
That's his third foul. He's first. Taking into the Rebels in the first team.
Trevion trying to get the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in a basketball game. Inbound comes in to Jordan King. He tries to get around Brax Ward and travels. We got a foul. I thought the official was going to call travel.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how it's not a travel. He picks the ball up and decides to dribble again.
We called Brax Ward with the foul. I thought the official, and they're going to call it on the floor. A little strange. Henry County down 10. Inbounds to King. He likes to go to his left as well, and Brax Ward is having none of it. Baylor Nolan, I kind of thought he might try one of those step backs right there with his team down 10. Very patient. Nolan spinning, puts it up and in. That was one of the times tonight he's really been in control and taken a good shot, and he made that one. Now Henry County's going to drop into a zone, a little 2-3 zone. Down by 8. Still time, 6:53 to go. See how the Rebels adjust to this.
Yeah, I think whenever especially in football, I mean, and basketball, whenever you come out from the locker room, it's whoever's still in the game. And if you're not in it, then you're going to start losing points.
Nice drive by Beckham, and he draws the foul. Owen County a little bit confused there for a minute as they were not expecting the zone, but they did a nice job, and what Beckham did was just find a little opening in that zone, and he was able to get to the bucket and draw the foul. Beckham averaging 3 points so far this year. The right-hander is short on the first free throw. And what are they checking? They're checking on who the foul was on.
Correction, the foul is on number 23.
The foul was on Jordan King, his second. Second free throw good.
He got those first few fouls, and he hasn't really seen the floor much after that.
.44-35. Cutting right, lays it up and in. He just was able to get by Beckham to the basket, and a good pass and a good finish, and it's a 7-point game as Henry County kind of hangs in there. 6 minutes to go. Shelton works off the screen, gets into the lane, lays it up. No, Brax Ward tips it to himself and then gets fouled. Good job by Ward to tip it up to himself.
Yeah, that's just good awareness, knowing that you're taller than everyone out there and having longer arms too.
Brax Ward, his first 2 free throws of the second half. Made both of his in the first half and connects on that one. He now has 19 for Owen County. That free throw gives him 20 points. He's the leading scorer right now with 20. Micah Shelton has 18. Henry County down 9 with the basketball. 5:45 to go. Nolan spinning off the window, good, in the foul. I'm going to have to ask to make sure they start to put on the scoreboard for us, especially who the fouls are on. It's Nolan connects on the free throw, and just like that, it's a 6-point game. 46-40. Medford to Moore, back to Medford. He gets into the lane. I actually thought he should have gone on up with that, but instead Moore, three-pointer short, rebound controlled by Henry County. I actually thought Malachi had a look right there, was maybe being a little too unselfish.
Yeah, I feel like Malachi's not that much of a selfish player to begin with, so that didn't surprise me that he got rid of it and gave it to someone that...
Spinning, Nolan, no good. He is going to work down there on the block. And you know what I'm going to say is, I really think the kind of player he is, and he's a strong young man, you can tell, he really belongs more down there on the block, especially against guards, that he can body up and back his way into the basket. That free throw is good. And it's 46-41. Now against Collins the other night, Owen County struggled down the stretch to make shots. They were right in that game. The second one is no good. It was a 10-point loss, but it was a much closer game. In fact, I believe it was tied with 4 minutes to go, where Owen County was down 2 with 4 minutes to go. And Henry County in that spot. Here's Medford spotting up for 3, no good. Ethan Young the rebound, back to Medford. He drives in, drops it off to Moore, who almost lost it out of bounds, and Coach Duvall bails him out with a timeout.
Timeout, Owen County, 30-second timeout.
46-41, 4:32. I feel like the crowd, and especially the student section, is a little nervous right now with what's going on. And I do like the Christmas tree. I don't know that you can see it on our camera. You will be able to when Owen County has the ball. But they've got a Christmas tree sitting down there right on the side of the court. It reminds me of Stanford, the Stanford Cardinal, which is not a bird. It's actually a tree. And they put that tree, it dresses up and it's all over the place. For many years, I thought the Stanford Cardinal was a bird. It's a tree.
Yeah, this is the time of the games where they need to get loud.
Yes, I agree.
When we played Woodford last year, the student section got pretty quiet, and their student section was going crazy, and I think that affected the game a lot.
I feel like the crowd tonight's a little bit on edge. They're just not sure. Owen County was pulling away, and things looked good. Inbound, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, should be a jump ball, and it's going to be Owen County basketball. .427, 5-point game. Medford to inbound. Trying to get it in the paint, but pretty good defense, not allowing Ward to get open down there. Shelton has it up top. Ethan Young does this time get it to Ward, who spins back to the hook shot, and oh my, that ball, I don't know how it didn't go in.
That's just one of those shots that's just unlucky. Got a bad bounce on that one.
The nice spin move, a good pass by Ethan Young to find Ward, and then he just, as you said, that ball just did everything but go in, much like that free throw. Good on the second. He now has 21. And with 4:11 to go, 4:10 to go, 47-41. Henry County could make this with a 3, a one-possession game. Down low, Nolan driving, shot good. And again, he's down on the blocks. And that time, instead of Shelton down there, they had Ethan Young matched up against him. And Nolan has been much better the closer he's been to the basket. Shelton the drive and the kick. Malachi Mefford wanted to shoot, but just didn't.
There it was again.
Henry County wanted a double dribble there, but that ball was knocked away by the Henry County defender. There's a nice high screen from Ward. The Rebels being very patient on this trip. Mefford thought about it. Goes baseline, some contact, lays it up, no good, and Nolan is down.
Looks like a nosebleed.
Well, as Mefford made his move,
Caught
that
an elbow, yeah.
he did, and that's one of those plays. And I know it's obviously nothing intentional. That's one of those plays in college basketball. They would go back and look at that as on a rebound or on a replay, but not here. Of course, now the tricky part about this is Nolan being hurt is going to have to come out and get that looked at. He may have a loose chiclet.
Yeah, and he's one of those players that you need in this late game like this.
He's messing with those two front teeth. He may want some for Christmas. Down low and a lot of contact, but I didn't see that one. And a foul. I think that's going to be on Ethan Young. That looked like pretty good defense. And that's the 5th team foul, and that's going to send Henry County to the line in the person of Blake Nation. Make these 2 free throws. It's a 2-point ball game with 2:51 to go, and a high arching free throw. Good. Nation puts it in for his first free throw of the game, and it's 47-44. Nation now with 5. His 6th point would make it a 2-point Owen County lead. And it's good. All right, big trip for the Rebels right here with 2:50 to go. Ward a long way from the basket. I think he's going to dive back down there. He does. Good look from Malachi Mefford, and Trax Ward puts it in. That was a good offensive set by the Rebels, executed perfectly, and it's a 4-point game. Driving, layup, good, and a foul on Ethan Young. Blake Nation with a strong move to the hole, and they've let a lot of things go tonight. Not much there again. I know people are going to say you're a little biased, and yes, probably I am, but that looked like pretty good defense right there.
Yeah, I don't think the fouls are on our side at all tonight.
Nation back there missed it. So it stays a 2-point game, 49-47, 2:18 to go. You said you thought it would be a good one, and it's lived up to that, definitely. Ethan Young to Mefford. Let's see, there goes Ward trying to get into the paint. Moore, 3, no. Rebound, Shelton, no, and a foul. Good rebound that time by Micah Shelton, who snuck in from the backside and was able to pull that miss down, and he will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he's not something that you've seen down there a lot, so they definitely probably weren't expecting that.
Free throw no good as Brennan Lewis is going to check into the game for Ethan Young. I believe that was the 4th on Ethan Young the last trip. Free throw, he missed them both. Rebound out of bounds, and it will be Henry County basketball. So Micah Shelton, who's been really good this year at the free throw line, can't convert on those 2. And Henry County a chance to tie or take the lead. And a timeout, Derek Tingle. So Tingle in his 2nd year. Henry County's 2-2 in the year. They won 3 games all of last year. A win tonight would equal their win total from a season ago. This should give them a chance to get Nolan back in the game, and I would not be surprised at all to see them go right back down there on the low blocks to number 24 after this timeout. Owen County cheerleaders, as always, doing a nice job. As we said, the band on hand tonight. They were here last night. Always like the atmosphere when the band's playing.
It definitely changes the energy.
It does.
Just more noise, really.
So let's see what Henry County's draws up here coming out of the timeout. Again, I'm going to say they're going to try to get it to 24 down on the blocks. He's matched up again with Shelton. There they got it to him. Going up, little hook shot, made it. They had gone to him the last time on the right side of the floor. That time they went to the left side, and he was able to score. We are tied at 49 with 1:23 to go. Brax Ward trying to answer. He does. Wow, nice little running hook shot. 1:13 to go. Rebels by 2. I'd go right back to, no, this time Shelton fronting him. And Brax Ward over there to try to double team. Trying to sag a little bit. Now they get it to him. Nice dump off and a shot up and good from Blake Nation. And we're tied with less than a minute to go at 51. The last Henry County win against Owen County. Henry County won it 53-51. So you try to get it down low to your big guy. Shelton drive. 28 seconds. More with it. 24 seconds. Coach Duvall calls the timeout. Tries to set something up here. 18 seconds. Shelton's gonna drive in. No good. And the rebound's controlled by Henry County, and Memphis knocks it away, but fouls. And Henry County is going to go to the line in the person of Travion Wright, who will have 2. Now remember, 1-1. So he gets 2 shots no matter what with the new rules. Micah Shelton with a strong drive and just couldn't finish. And Coach Devin Duvall timeout. Henry County was down 43-33. And they're on an 18-8 run to tie it up. Now have a chance to take the lead at the free throw line with 12.4 to go. Travion Wright tonight, just 2 of 5 from the free throw line. So if you're head coach Devin Duvall, you have a couple of options here. You can see what he does on the free throw line, and you can draw up a play either way, make or miss, or you can tell your guy just to get the rebound, come across half court and call a timeout. So we'll see what he's going to do. The big thing here if you're Owen County is on a miss, you have to box out. Make sure you box out the shooter. So Trevion Wright is a freshman. 2 for 5 from the line tonight. None bigger than these right here. Missed it. 2 for 6. And you can see Malachi Mefford saying, box out, box out. Free throw, good. 52-51, inbound to Ashton Moore. I think you need to get it to Shelton. He does, across the timeline, almost over and back. 3 seconds. Mefford for the win. No, it's short, and Henry County is going to come into Owen County tonight and get the 52-51 victory over the Rebels. Malachi Mefford had a look at it from 3. It came up a little bit short, and Owen County falls here at home in their first district game of the night for 53-51. So Owen County had a 10-point lead that they saw go away as Henry County wins it 52-51. Going to try to get an interview with our star of the game tonight. Going to try to get a quick word with their star of the game tonight is TJ Wesselman out there at half court trying to get a hold of him.
In tonight's game, the Red Rebels made 3 50-point baskets and German.
We're going to toss it down here in just a second to Madison Wright.
Baylor, you pulled off 20 points tonight and Broadlink Player of the Game. How are you feeling after this matchup with Owen County?
It's a great feeling. You know, we came into this game wanting to prove a point. I think we did that tonight.
Yeah. Thank you and good game.
Let's go! Go!
I'm waiting on you for your interview. Is it time for my interview?
So Baylor Nolan, our star of the game tonight, our Broadlink Player of the Game. Before we sign off tonight, let's give one more shout out to our corporate sponsors, Adidas, Ashcraft Realty, Broadlink, Bush Realty, the Covenants Group, Call Family Pharmacy, Commonwealth Credit Union, Double D Dumpsters, Elk Creek Hunt Club, Family Billiards Pool Hall, German American Bank, Graphics for Athletics, Grown Family McDonald's, H&W Duke Sporting Goods, Kelly Brothers, Me Viejo, Owen Electric, Perry Logistics, Premier Detail, Snappy Tomato Pizza, Southern States, State Farm of Owenton, and the UK Sports Medicine. Also tonight for Owen County, we'd like to thank German American for their sponsorship of the three-point play. Owen County made 3 three-pointers tonight, so German American will donate $30 to Owen County Athletics. Lake tough one tonight as the Rebels fall 52-51.